decided to tell you a very personal story. I want to tell a story about my life. So, my name is Anniina Sandberg, and I have master degrees in African Studies. And I actually graduated from University of Helsinki. And when I was still a student, long time ago, I wanted to have a gap year. And I went to living in Tanzania in a very, very small Maasai homestead, you know, the Maasai pastoralist. And I was living there in the savannah with the Maasai. There was no electricity, there was no running water, there were no toilets, no shower, and I shared my house. It was like a hut built of cow's dung and urine with 5 other women, and I had a bed made of sticks, and I slept in a very, very thin dried cow skin. And that was my life for about 1 year, and it was the best time of my life. I had some challenges, like I contracted malaria, I had typhoid fever, then I had amoebas many times, and there was also cholera outbreak during the time I was there, but nothing stopped me from doing what I love. I always attended like Maasai ceremonies, rituals, rite of passages. It was the thing that was a dream for a young African researcher student, right? So I enjoyed my life so much with the Maasai. But what was the most meaningful thing for me staying there was the thing that the Maasai took me as a part of their family. I really felt like I was one of them. And that was the thing that really changed my life. When the year was over, I returned back to Helsinki. I finished my studies, I graduated, and I had my first job as a researcher. I was working for Finnish Immigration Service. But soon I realized that I was very unhappy, and I felt like I was trapped in a cage. I felt that the office work was not for me, even I was a researcher, that maybe before was my dream. And I started to feel that I have like a life goal, like a passion, but I couldn't follow it. And you can imagine that I'm an African researcher living in a Nordic country like Finland. There aren't many job opportunities for me. Like, you cannot just look at the newspaper and choose your job. So I realized that if I want to follow my passion, I have to create my dream job by myself. So that when it happened, I founded Visit Natives. It's a travel agency, it's a social enterprise that enables travelers to stay with the indigenous families and communities. At the moment, we work in Norway among the Sami reindeer herders, and also in Tanzania among the Maasai, Datoka, and Hadzabe people. But we always work with the people who are willing to be part of the sustainable tourism sector. And this has enabled many moments like I had in Tanzania. Those travelers who go there, they can have similar experiences. Like, you cannot always, if you want to travel, you cannot stay 1 year learning the language and, you know, get the right people. So you can just book your trip and have these immersing experiences. But we go beyond that. We have also, like, we wanted to give back to broader community, like have a long-lasting impact on the communities we work with. So we created like Visit Natives Give Back program. And so far we have installed many solar panels, water tanks, water pumps. The first 2 years we only bought like health insurances for indigenous families. And also we cover school fees for those indigenous children who want to maintain higher education. Sometimes in life we think that small things don't matter in a bigger scale, but I think they really do. Because sometimes the person in need can be actually you, and that's the philosophy behind Visit Natives. So thank you so much for listening my story, because this is so important for me. Okay, thank you.